courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is up there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in the small forward position.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him. And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. The screen from Thompson. Clock at 6. Iguodala with it. Picked up by Harris. Thompson for the triple. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Here's Morris. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his MO.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years, he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
He's off on the second. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
For the Pistons, Tolliver comes in for Morris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Reggie Jackson. Harris against Green. To the paint. Curry with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And again, no good by Golden State. Pistons trailed by 5. Here's Harris. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Outside Curry. Back to Iguodala. And it's Curry at the elbow. Thompson left side. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Greg, they've been out of sync since the opening tip. I mean, they've got to take better care of the ball.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. Meeks, good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
The drive by Green. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Johnson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Another miss by Curry.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Johnson. Here's Baines. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Meeks, good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
On the wing, Iguodala. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Pistons ahead as they end the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Iguodala in the three. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Harris passes to Morris. And there's the feed to Drummond. And he slams it one-handed.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by Jackson. Warriors trail by 3. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late. But you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa is checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here's Morris. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Morris has got his first bucket in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
They get it back. Here's Iguodala. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Johnson. Here's Drummond, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Passes it to Harris. He's looking for Drummond and finds him.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
On the wing, Iguodala, guarded by Harris. And it's Iguodala missing.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson, Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. Then for the Pistons, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Jackson.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Detroit on D. It's the jam.
Beautiful. Perfect inbounds play there. You couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Here's Baines. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. They might be named after a car park, but the Pistons had a rough go of things on the road, Clark. I had to use it. They just couldn't stay consistent away from home.
They couldn't. Only won 14 road games, and that number is not enough to get you to the playoffs. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And guys, for the Pistons, bad road record, a lot of it was due to their poor start on the road. Only managed to win 1 of their first 9 games, and that tends to take the confidence away from a young team.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
You know, the last thing I'll say about the Pistons on the road, typically you have to be close to 500 on the road in order to make the playoffs. The Pistons won 7 in a row at one point on the road, but by then they had fallen too far back.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pistons leading by 6. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lets the three fly. Meeks can't hit. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. It's stolen by Curry. With 1 on the clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pistons lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked 1st in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
It's stolen. Iguodala outside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And, Greg, I've got to admit to you, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. But they've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points.
And there's typically going to be some space when you're out in transition and you do just kind of venture out to that three-point line. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Harris misses.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Good on the shot.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Off on the layup. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
And the lead just froze on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. Spates again. Morris. Barbosa for 3. The shot is off. And Detroit the other way now. Right wing. Barbosa with the steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And How sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
No good from Spates.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Azili can't get it to go.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Here's Drummond. No good. Good defense by Iguodala. Detroit had a hard time making shots consistently last season. Clark, not a good shooting team from the floor. And, of course, that's in this league, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, it really will. I mean, at one point last year, Kevin, 3 of their 5 starters were in the bottom 10 in terms of players' field goal percentage. I mean, hard to win any game that way.
Golden State moving the ball around. Azili dishes to Spates. And the Warriors miss again. Pistons trail by 5.
And the Pistons would finish in the bottom 3 in terms of team shooting last year. But for the most part, their shooting did improve over the course of the season.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
And, you know, for the Pistons, they really had nowhere to go but up. I mean, shooting under 43% as a team is more than worrisome. I mean, it's something they'll have to drastically improve going forward.
Iguodala kicks to Spates. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. For the Pistons, Aaron Baines is checked in for Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Spates kicks to Livingston. 3-pointer. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Jackson. 1 second left. It's deflected, but he recovers it. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Pistons trail by 4. They've got Festus Ezeli. Maurice Spates out there with Iguodala. And there's Livingston. And it's Barbosa in the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Jackson drives in. Can't cash in from close range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. So, you know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Here's Caldwell-Pope, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Harris dishes to Drummond. Caldwell Pope kicks to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drummond takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Harris kicks to Caldwell Pope. Warriors with the rebound. Here is Livingston. The 3. Dives for it. No luck. Some solid defense from Harris. To the inside. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Caldwell Pope.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for a 0. Draymond Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. That's good.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Pistons trail by 6. Caldwell Pope passes to Drummond. It's stolen by Bogut. From 17 feet out. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
There's the bucket, good.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Back to Curry. From deep three-point range. Rebound Andre Drummond.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it, I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint. Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound. And
so here is Golden State. Here's Curry with the three. Another miss by Curry.
This game's finally gotten away from him.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And so here is Golden State. 9-point game. And that was Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We're in the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Pistons are playing before their hometown crowd here in the Detroit area. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
That's his first personal foul.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And the Pistons were a better team last season than they were in 2014. I mean, they still ended up bottom in the Central Division, but most of it was because of how strong the Central really was last season.
So it's Detroit now. And stolen by James. No good from Irving. And here comes Harris leading the fast break.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Irving drives in, battles through traffic and lays it in. Irving's got his second basket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Count that one.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Here's Caldwell Pope, covered by Smith. Here's Harris. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Irving can't hit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. James dishes to Love. Smith for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The Pistons working the ball around now. Fades and shoots.
Often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot. Oh, Maestro's lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Assisted by J.R. Smith.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Pass to Irving.